Spoilers ahead. Welcome one and all to a new thing I'm trying out called Brain Goop. What I want from this is an open forum for discussing my own favorite parts of a series and to provide a platform for others to do the same in my comments. Let me know what you think of my takes on different shows, give me yours, whatever you want to do is welcome, just be nice to one another. Say what you want about Hazbin Hotel. Whatever feelings you have towards the show, some things have got to be positive in your mind. The beautiful vocals, the strong songwriting, the interesting character designs, even the world building. All of these factors make a compelling story despite its flaws. While I find a lot of recent media to lack the soul past stories had, Hazbin Hotel helped reignite that creative spark I had long been missing in entertainment. I honestly don't have that many bad things to say about Hazbin Hotel, except that the pacing could use some work, but it didn't really bother me that much. I think the entire show was done very well, and the music in particular kept the pacing nice and refreshing when scenes would lag or speed too much. There are some absolute bangers in this show's soundtrack. For me, the standouts in season 1 were Loser Baby, Poison, and If Hell Is Forever, Then Heaven Must Be a Lie. While in season 2, the standouts were basically all of them. All of the songs. Losing Streak, for one, was a beautiful ballad, which I did a cover on TikTok of. I also loved Sarah's Confession and Clean It Up. And what I loved about Sarah's Confession was the moral implications of a holy figure grappling with her transgressions. I think that Sarah had one of the strongest vocal performances of the whole cast, consistently blowing me away with every number she starred in. Plus, her design was just absolutely beautiful. Abel's voice was pretty good too, and I like how he came in with a Brendan Urie vocal tone. Honestly, I wasn't sure if he was gonna take action for a moment in the penultimate scene, which would have been serious secondhand embarrassment for me, but he did. Lute seeing Adam in him and following his orders was super satisfying to see for sure. With Clean It Up, the Japanese, dude, that pulled me straight out of a funk. Like, I was like, what the hell is even happening here? Nifty's whole energy is just a vibe, and Kimiko Glenn was the perfect choice for her voice actress. Seriously, she had vocal work for Centaur World, and she starred in Waitress the Musical as Dawn. All I can say is the high energy of the role was portrayed expertly by her. Something else I love is when Husk is added to songs. Like in Hear My Hope, when he's very clearly the first person to help Charlie and Emily because Keith David sings baritone and they needed a deep voice to round out the harmony. I'm sorry. I found that so funny, but so out of place. Like, I really wouldn't have expected him to be the first to help, like, before Vaggie, right? But, I mean, I guess it's within his character. Who am I to judge? Speaking of which, tell me how everyone is supplying what I can only assume is their life energy to stop the weapon, except Angel and Cherry. Like, I'm assuming it's because they were injured, but Valentino and Emily were also injured. And they were being like, whoosh, you know? Maybe it's because they're more powerful and have more energy to spare. It just felt weird that Cherry and Angel were just there singing, and I was like, are you gonna help, or are you just gonna stand there? Moving on. In Losing Streak, when Husk realized Angel was the one performing on stage, I was in stitches. Like, tell me that wasn't the craziest thing. Like, obviously, I knew Angel did drag because of the internet, but when it finally showed up in the show, I was like, Jesus, like, crazy work. Like, my favorite character has to be Husk. Like, I love a gruff character type with a goodish moral compass. Also, can we talk about his moveset? The hats, the cards, like, the way they choreographed those scenes, it was just seriously phenomenal. Like, the animation in this show, like, if you know anything about animation, the details that they put in this show, I really feel like they've really put a lot of attention to it. Even, like, that one song with the V's and Vox, I could tell they actually had a CGI model for Vox. Like, when he's on the piano, that was a CGI model. It had to have been. Also, learning that Vox and Alistair were murderers in life, it wasn't that much of a shock. But the way Vox did it for fame in his respective medium was a very interesting move. Plus, the human designs? Like, tell me why I like them more than the hell/heaven designs. The art style in this show is so appealing on human characters. Probably because there's less going on, or the focus that they put on the characters' different features. Like, I'm not sure, but I like it. Sir Pentious had my favorite human design, plus learning why his hell design had so many eyes was extremely, very interesting. The fact that Vox was using Angel to spy on the hotel, that was a shocker, but it was well set up with Sir Pentious in season 1. And when I watch shows, I can either completely predict what's going to happen next, or I'm so distracted that I have no clue what the next turn is going to be. Hazbin Hotel had me distracted enough to not know Vox was using Angel, but not distracted enough to know Vox was going to be defeated. Right, because I obviously knew he was going to be defeated. I'm a little disappointed that he ended up living as a result of all the destruction that he wrought, because Vivzie usually isn't afraid of doing things to her characters, but I guess he had some plot armor. I just wish Angel got some of that plot armor. Side note, Baxter switching sides felt like that happened too quickly for my liking. Since I didn't know his character very well, I felt like he was a little one note, but at the same time, it's like, you get what you get, you know? I did, however, like how we saw him experimenting on the roaches when he was talking to Cherry, and I like how that paid off later with the little roach band Nifty put together. Overall, I liked the pacing of this season more than the first, either due to differences in the show's presentation or due to my different perception of the show at this stage of my life. I feel the music was well directed and sung very well, and I was still intrigued by the story. So I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is an open forum. Feel free to post your comments on my takes, on your takes, talk to other people in the comments. I'd love to hear from you all. It's a pleasure to be back, and I will see you next time.